A handful of games in. How are you finding life at Doncaster Rovers?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think obviously we've had 3 games in total. Obviously it's good to start off with a win in both the league games, so we're just looking forward to tomorrow.
And in terms of the squad as a whole, to then see 2 league games and a victory at Middlesbrough, clearly there are a lot of changes up there as well.
Yeah.
Everybody just must be buzzing.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good vibe around here. Obviously that's what winning does. But I feel like when you have a big squad and everyone's on the same page, it makes it a lot easier. That's why you can go to games and change the whole 11, but still have good performances.
Yeah, there's 2 folds on that really. So first of all, in light of an awful lot of competition, what does it mean to you then that the manager for the first couple of league games has said, no, this is your shirt?
No, obviously it feels good. I mean, we all come in pre-season and try and put the best showing out there for the gaffer. And obviously for myself, I'm coming to a new team, so I want to obviously do well and start well. So it was nice to start the first league game and play again the following week. But I know it's a big squad and there's a lot of good players in the squad, so it's competition all around. So it's a long season and there's a lot of games to play, so can't get comfortable. And I think it will help everyone to kind of push themselves a bit more to keep the show.
When you are, and look, I appreciate you're not 19 and just making your way in senior football, but in terms of age and experience, you are younger than Ironside and definitely Billy Sharp. So what do you learn off players like that have been there, seen it and done it?
I think obviously having those kind of players in the dressing room itself, it helps not just myself but everyone, because you have a good mix of players that are younger, that are kind of just starting off in the league, and then you've got players that have done it, seen it. So it kind of just makes a good mix in the changing room. I'm kind of in between, but it's not my first time playing, but I've been around for a while. So I kind of just learn from them, but I also learn from the younger players too.
Because it's important everybody buys in to squad these days, because ultimately there are that many games. I think the manager's just been talking about the next time there's a scheduled week off is February, given the various different competitions you've got to play in. You're doing pretty well if you're going to play 30-odd matches between now and then.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's why nowadays I think you'll see squads with a lot more players, because the schedule is quite heavy and you need to have a good bunch of players together ready to kind of take on the full season. It's not just 1 game, 2 games, it's a whole season that you want to have success and do well.
How easy is it to kind of bottle the mentality and sort of enjoy the success you've had, just so that the feel-good factor, as it were, continues and on? Because there's some pretty healthy games coming up.
Yeah, I think it's just about taking it literally game by game. I mean, obviously we won on the previous weekend, but the focus now is tomorrow and we want to win again. So I don't think you can look in the past, but you also can't look too far ahead. It's just as the game comes, you got to kind of take it head on.
As strange media coincidences go, you're sat there in Park as a former Wycombe player. It's funny how these things work, isn't it? So, what are your recollections of your time there?
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoyed my time at Wycombe. I mean, when I went there, we had a good season, my first season there. We obviously unfortunate to lose in the player final against Sunderland, but my time there, I enjoyed every minute. I feel like I met quite a lot of players there as well. And they also helped me through a tough time in my career where I did my ACL and I was out for a year, and they allowed me to have an extra year to get back and get myself back playing again. So all respect to Wycombe, yeah.
Yeah, and look, football's a pretty cutthroat industry, isn't it? You're useful and then you're not. I mean, the human side of it there is actually excellent, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think they had a good culture when I was there. From obviously the manager Gareth Ainsworth when I first went, going on to Matt Bloomfield too. It's kind of the same culture since I was there, and it was a good culture to be in, pretty positive, and it'll work well for you as a player if you buy into it.
Does having that experience, and mercifully it's not a regular occurrence, but as a 28-year-old now entering your prime, just the levels of enthusiasm and maybe the world weariness for the industry of football isn't there, because you've had that experience, so it's a bit like still making up for lost time.
Yeah, I think obviously, in football, like things move quick, and as the seasons go by, you get older and older. But I think for me, it's just about enjoying my time while I am playing football. And I think each year goes by, I just want to kind of do the same thing and achieve more and do better. Do you know what I mean? So I'm enjoying it, and I'm not really thinking about too far ahead. It's just living in the moment kind of thing.
So your old team now, then, you'll struggle to find a predictor that doesn't think Wycombe are going to be playoff contenders at least. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think obviously they bought a lot of players. They had quality there from last season too. That's why they done well. But in my head, I don't really pay too much attention to them no more because I'm a Doncaster Rovers player and I want us to do well, and I kind of just have all my attention on us doing good and winning the game tomorrow.
It's going to be quite the atmosphere, I'd imagine, at the Eco Power Stadium, given the success that's sort of building here on the back of the cup win. You could imagine it's going to be quite the vibrant atmosphere.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think obviously I only played one game at the stadium so far, but I was taken back by how good the fans are and how loud they've been, and they really do make it a place that it's hard for other teams to come to. So I think it'll be the same again tomorrow, and we're going out there to win, and with them obviously cheering us on, it makes it a lot easier.